What's going on, everybody? It was a wild week. It was rankings week. We had the toughest places to play, the top offenses and defenses, and the overall team power rankings for the brand new College Football 25. A newer piece of information for you guys: on July 2nd is when we are getting the Dynasty deep dive. I believe it's going to be around the same time as all the other videos, so like 10 a.m. Eastern. This Dynasty deep dive video is going to be over 6 minutes long, and apparently they have over 80 pages in notes for everybody to read and go through, you know, after the video comes out. So right away, that tells me that we are going to be having a pretty deep game mode, because seemingly EA Sports has got it right. When you check out this Sights and Sounds trailer that they posted, you know, their biggest emphasis was on all of the pageantry and traditions that make college football great. You know, the things like the script Ohio or the Michigan players hitting the banner when they're coming out. They even got turnover props in here. Yeah, EA went crazy. Another great thing about the video is the fans look so crazy realistic, man. It's so surreal seeing these iconic stadiums in a video game once again. And when you're playing Dynasty mode, if you start losing games and your program is not very successful, you're gonna have less fans. Or if you start off at a small school, you're gonna have less fans. But the more you win, the more fans that show up. That's pretty sweet. We got themed games too. Whether it's a whiteout or a blackout, there's striped themes. I think they showed BYU and at Iowa they're doing it too. Like one section's yellow, the next section's black. I noticed too on top of the scoreboards, I see an All-State logo there, so that's kind of cool that they're using a real company. And within the Sights and Sounds video, they showed us that there's going to be a lot of crowd chants just like in real life. So Ohio State, you got the OHIO going all the way around the stadium. You got Boomer, Sooner. Bro, you know what a crazy one is? There's even SEC chants in here. So I imagine whenever an SEC team's playing a different conference, you're gonna hear those annoying ass chants. So make sure you shut them up. And I know there is a whole list out there somewhere on Twitter, but bro, we got a lot of good songs in this video game. Obviously, Mo Bamba's going to be out there. They're showcasing that at Penn State. We got Sandstorm, Tsunami, Zombie Nation. And those are just obviously in-game, but there's a whole list out there that I'm trying to find. Don't you hate it when you see something, like on Twitter or whatever, and then you try to go back and find it, like, I don't know, a week later, and now you can't find it at all? It's crazy. All right, man, let's go over these rankings here because I feel kind of indifferent about it. All of these rankings are subject to change, okay? And apparently, I guess PFF helped use the offense and defensive rankings. So I don't even know if that's actually going to be the real rankings once we load into the game on, what, July 16th? And if you know anything about PFF, boy, yeah, sometimes they are very wrong. But here we go, top 10 toughest places to play: Kyle Field, Bryant-Denny Stadium, Tiger Stadium, Ohio Stadium, and so on. We got Georgia, Penn State, Wisconsin, Oklahoma at 8, FSU 9, and Florida 10. Okay, this I don't agree. I'm a Buckeye fan, but I think you can maybe drop us down a little bit. When Florida is rocking, Florida is crazy. You guys let me know down below what you guys think about the toughest places to play. Let's take a look at these offensive power rankings, and yeah, these were probably the more controversial rankings that came out. Shout out to PFF, you guys suck. Having said that, I don't really have an issue with the top 4. It's kind of clean. You know what the crazy part about this top 10 is? Can somebody explain to me how Colorado's number 8? Bruh, they can't run the ball. Putting them at 89 overall, the same as Missouri, is outrageous. Yo, they got some savages on that Missouri offense, and I'm probably taking them 10 times out of 10 over Colorado. Not even to mention, Ole Miss is sitting at number 13 with Jackson Dart and that wide receiver crew. Yo, that's wild. Hey, but these are PFF guys, right? They know ball. And we're going to shift and go to the defensive power rankings now. Ohio State number 1, Georgia 2, Oregon 3, followed by Alabama and Clemson. Man, these guys got pretty high hopes for Clemson. So just in case anybody's like, why is Ohio State 1? Well, they brought everybody back, kind of like how Michigan did to go on their natty run with their 50 COVID super seniors. They only lost a defensive tackle from last year's defense, and last year's defense, it was pretty solid. Lost to Michigan by 6 points. Shout out to Kyle McCord for the 2 interceptions and costing us, you know, a lot, but whatever. I'm over it, as you can tell. That boy spotted him 7 points at the beginning of the game. Like, okay. Michigan's obviously going to have a good defense. top 7. This is probably the one ranking where we really didn't see too much complaining, which is kind of cool. Oh, but then we looked at Colorado. Wait, what? Get out of here. Y'all cannot stop the run. Just when I think there's no controversy, I look at this top 25 defensive rankings, and I got some questions here. USC at number 16. That's interesting. Colorado 20. Come on, man. Yo, who did Deion pay? Like, Colorado cannot stop the run. They can't. And I'm telling you guys, week 1 against North Dakota State. North Dakota State, if you don't know, is like the Alabama of FCS football, okay? And they line up and they run the damn ball. I'm just saying, I'm not saying they're going to win because Colorado obviously has better athletes, but it's interesting. I'll just say that. Oklahoma State at 21. North Carolina has not had a good defense, I don't think. But other than a couple of teams, though, I think this list is pretty solid. And then there's obviously the top 10 power rankings. So I'm assuming that's just, you know, the two rankings combined for your overall. Georgia at 1, Ohio State 2, Oregon 3, Bama 4, Texas 5, and so on. Once again, rankings are subject to change. So what does that mean is, who knows, man? I have a strong suspicion that they gave us these rankings right now, kind of like a here, we want to dangle some content and give you guys something, you know, to look at. I feel like these are just PFF's rankings for all of our teams. Like, if PFF was going to make what they think Georgia is this season, this is how they would rank them. I think that's what happened. I'm not actually sure these are going to be the actual overalls that are going into the game. I could be wrong. We'll see. In addition to all of that, we also found out that there is going to be a online head-to-head division system. So for those that like to play normal head-to-head and don't like to go do it through Ultimate Team, you'll now be able to take your team, whatever school you want, play a full season with them against people online, and try to make it to the national championship. And you got to win so many games, then you get to move up in divisions and leaderboards and stuff. So it actually gives you something to play for, which is all I've ever wanted in online head-to-head play. So I'm super juiced up about that. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we are 17 days away from the brand new college football game coming out. If you got your pre-order in, you get a 3 days early access. We are going to try to bring a live stream that night to the channel and try to do that more consistently. That's kind of where I've been at. I've been in the lab working on cutscenes and things like that for the new Dynasty mode. Because you guys know how I like to get down. I like to bring different. I'm not just going to bring the normal gameplay and that's it. We'll do different cutscenes. In some Dynasties, we'll do a little more storytelling and things like that. So kind of all focus is on this new game coming out in less than 3 weeks away. So that's where we're at. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you think down below about all of the power rankings, the Sights and Sounds video. What do you hope is in the Dynasty Deep Dive on July 2nd? Drop that down below. We'll drop another video once we get that Deep Dive trailer. So until then, have a good day, and I'll catch you guys later.